Masturbation नहीं करना है, हस्तमैथुन नहीं करना है, self stimulation नहीं करना है. Next, penis size. Very interesting area again, especially for my daughters also. It's a beautiful topic. All men have inferiority complex about their penises. Everybody thinks मेरा छोटा है. That is how they think. Talk about it. There's not much hard evidence, and the pun is intended about hard. Countries may not want to reveal penis size because country का insult हो जाएगा भाई. इंडिया वालों का छोटा है कि पाकिस्तान वालों का छोटा है कि चाइना वालों का छोटा है. So no country. Believe me, it is a political issue. You girls are laughing. It's a big political issue that we don't reveal the penis size of the males. Can you go to the internet and if you can get me one good study on penis size of the males of India, there's a big study, not available because they don't let it be published. It's a political issue, neither Americans nor anything. Secondly, no. But health-wise, this as a size is a problem is on condom size. We do want adolescents to go and have sex, or we say have safe sex. Have you ever seen a condom for an adolescent? Small size penis, condom is so big, it will slip out. So the issue is of health. See, joking, my whole point is to create some fun, but after every slide there is a message. So the whole idea is to create some fun and make you comfortable. They give the message. If we don't have the penis size available, how can we make condoms for the adolescents? So they no condoms. So they slip out, so they get STI, or the girl becomes pregnant. They go in the partner. That is about the penis size. Next slide, again on penis size. This is from my column. All of the penis size, the whole column, this one, 600 words is on penis size, and you can see my photograph. My name is Patanjali. Before I started putting my photograph here, I was very shy. I told Pariplevi also, don't talk about my WHO credentials. I'm coming here as sexual health advisor. I don't want to misuse my WHO job, which I'm doing for so many years. And I said, put my name. So I used to get letters. My name is Patanjali. I used to get letters. Dear Didi, dear Auntie, because this word is like Gitanjali, Pushpanjali, Anjali, Patanjali. So then they said, "Arey bhai, Dr. Sahab, photo डालना पड़ेगा." So all the mustache and all everything is there. And still I will keep on getting letters, dear Didi. I said, "ये मेरा कॉलम तो पढ़ता नहीं है, मेरी फोटो देख रही इसका जवाब नहीं निकाल रहा है." So still I get dear Didi, dear Auntie coming up with the name. So the whole column is on this. Next one, again on penis, and this is talking about the boy is asking, "My testes move by themselves? Am I having cancer?" 15-year-old boy. That's the question. So now, why do the testes move by themselves? Let me ask a lady here. Is the boy's testes move by themselves? Why? You're a final year student? I'm talking to you. Okay, I'm actually talking to the person that time. Why do the testes move themselves? Don't know. You ever heard of a cremasteric reflex? No. So, what is the cremasteric reflex? What is a cremasteric reflex? Define cremasteric reflex. You know the knee jerk? And what is the cremasteric reflex? Anybody? Yeah, you know. ये तो medical question हो गया, very sexuality question नहीं. What is cremasteric reflex? Very clever. What is happening? Yes, ma'am.
When you stroke the inner side of the thigh, the testicles move.
Excellent. अच्छा तालियां बजा रहे हैं, मतलब मालूम था, बोलना नहीं है, very bad. मैं लड़की को आगे लगा दिया. I'm telling you, the girls are getting more points than the boys. ये lousy fellows यार, बाहर मिलना देना मेरे साथ. बताओ वालों को. ठीक है, सब आदमी का इज्जत कचरा करती है बिल्कुल. ठीक है, very good, ma'am. Excellent. That's the reflex. Now this boy doesn't know the cremasteric reflex. You run and many times the testes move because of change in temperature. Any stimulation. It's not necessarily that the hand has to touch. Even if his finger touches, he cremasteric because they are very sensitized. The testes moves up. The question is, my penis becomes erect by itself. Am I a dirty boy? That's what he's talking about. So you have to tell them, no, adolescent penis has a mind of its own. The brain is somewhere near there. It keeps on moving it. That's the only way to explain to them. People are very worried about simple things. Okay, next. What is a penis injury? It is supposed to be a psychological issue that women have inferiority complex because they don't have a penis. It's a big issue in psychiatry. That now on the basis of gender differentiation. And if you have read the play by Shakespeare or you heard of it, Much Ado About Nothing, that is talking about the lack of a penis. Much ado about nothing. That a female has in the vulva nothing, the male has a penis. So the penis envy was supposed to be in the females. That they are very envious of men because they have something extra. Humbug. Total humbug. It's the men who have a penis envy with each other. When they look at somebody's penis, I am not well endowed. The problem about, and I can say to my girl, maybe not be feeling comfortable, but this is one of the important myths boys have is on the penis size. The other large penis may be an optical illusion. What happens is two boys are peeing nearby, and then he looks there and suddenly sees something more alluring than his own, and he gets the inferiority complex. Why he gets the inferiority complex, ma'am, is when he is looking at himself, he looks at his penis like this. Nobody pees with a red penis. If you have seen a male penis, and at least the men should know, कि ये भी नहीं पता तुमको, ये पता है ना? So when they look at it, they look at the penis like this, it obviously appears smaller. But when you are looking at the neighbor, you see the whole glory of it. Yeah, this is very different. Never there's a penis. So the penis increase in the men and the boys. There's no reason to do that. It's an optical illusion. And the last I want to ask again the question to the boys. Of course, you all discuss it because I used to discuss when I was your age. Who's got the biggest penis? Is it the Americans? Is it the Punjabis like me? Is it the Telugus? Is there a relationship the taller are you or bigger you are, the bigger the penis? Who's got the biggest penis size? Haji, कौन बोलेगा? Sir, check shirt. पूरा लाइन मुंडों का बहता है, हंसते हैं, बोलते कुछ नहीं है. इस लाइन पे मैंने अटैक किया है. He's happily passing the line to you quickly. बोल रहा है, musical chair. फिर मेरे हाथ में रहेगा तो he will catch me बोल के, he's quickly passing. I have noticed, sir, next to you. हाँ जी.
Africans, sir.
Africans. Oh, which African? Lovely answer. The Negroes.
Negroes.
Sir. हाँ. He was passing that mic too quickly. The musical chair. हाँ जी sir, music stops at you. Accordingly.
Europeans, sir.
Europeans. Wow, very good. यार अपने इंडियंस का कहीं नंबर नहीं लगाया यार, very bad. Next.
Americans, sir.
Wow. ये यूएसए में लेने जा रहा है, लग रहा है बहुत बढ़िया, very good. You like the यूएसए में but I think you will be disappointed with the other things there. Let's see the next slide. So there is an inverse proportion to the size. The next, let the slide come, and it's a very graphic slide, the pygmy. Can you see? So there is no relationship with size, shape, continent, skin color, weight, diet, or even in, as you said, in Africans, not the Negro. I am only saying that there is no relationship at all. To prove this, that a pygmy has one of the biggest one is the pygmy. It's not that every pygmy. So you can see the size of the penis is almost touching his knee here. There's a pygmy, up like a horn. That is coming up. All the myths are in our mind that Americans have it, or Africans have it, or Sadarjis have it, or somebody. We all have equal size of penises universally. That is the evidence. And if ever, it's an inverse relationship to the body size as is in the pygmy. Next one. Erection is a great equalizer. As you said, somebody may have a longer one, but when the erection takes place, it increases in size only by 1/4 of a millimeter. One was a smaller one, increases by 2 inches. So erect penises usually are of same size world over globally. It may be some difference. It's the girth which matters. And that is where the political thing comes into play. Next. Nobody talks about this. Rather than worrying about the size of the penis, we should be worrying about men whether they smoke. Because smoking leads to, as you can see, this is a deliberately made thing. It leads to impotence. It leads to non-erection of the penis, showing by the cigarette dropping down. One of the worst things any man can do or any woman can do for their reproductive and sexual health is tobacco. We don't do that. That is the question I want to tell you. So that is the message. If you want to make smoking non-sexy, don't tell them that you smell bad or something. Tell them you're going to be reported in the next few years, you'll stop smoking. Nobody wants to be imported. Even an 8-year-old man come to me, सब कुछ तो दवाई दो ना, एक बार ही तो कर सकते हो ना, कुछ तो करो ना. So then I look at India में क्या दवाई दो इसको. Anyway, so that is my problem, not yours, but sharing with you. Next. Here's a question on kissing. I've been asked this question on kissing makes you pregnant. What do you say? Does kissing make a person pregnant? Can kissing lead to pregnancy? No. So when I ask in the classrooms, okay, one thing I do regularly is when I do the sexual health, sexual education workshop, I always ask the parents and the teachers to join. Most people don't want them. I saw in the first beginning that when they don't come, students का level तो बहुत ऊंचा हो जाता है. The parents and the teachers are left and they blame the parents. Why did you do this? This is wrong. Why are you talking? No, the doctor doesn't know anything. Why are you talking like this? So I make a rule after a few classes that teachers will say, then only I do my workshop. The parents should come. So this question comes up invariably in most of the workshop. Sir, boy kiss me, or sir, can kissing make you pregnant? So I look at it and say, yes. Oh, there's a laughter in the class. Class 6 girls and boys, high clapping. Yeah, doctor, this is the doctor. He's answering, the kissing can make you pregnant. So they all laugh, The parents sitting in the back, they look at each other like this. अच्छी बात नहीं, what is he saying? आज तक तो नहीं सुना था, मैं भी नहीं हुई pregnant kissing से, तो ये कैसे बोल रहे हैं? They're worried about my mental health. So and I do it deliberately. So I stand there like this, and letting them laugh at me. Let them laugh at me. Then I say, okay, I also know why you're laughing, and a good laugh. But what I want to say is, kissing does not make you pregnant, but can lead to pregnancy. How? Can you tell me an example when people are able to stop just at kissing? Then, there is a thinking going on. Silence in the class. Yeah. The parents beaming at each other. Aapne sahi. Ultimately, ठीक निकला. Because he's giving the same message which we give at the message we give them is don't start what you can't end. And I had a proof of it being seen where last week I was in Geneva and my leg slide is going to show. I added it just 2 days before coming because I saw this and photographed it and brought to you. That this how it got substantiated. Then the people understand what I'm saying. Is that you don't stop at kissing. It leads further and further and further on, and that is why. So you should be careful what you want to start or what you don't want to start. You have every right. So I'm not questioning your right of an 18-year-old girl or a boy to kiss or not to kiss, but know the consequence. That's all. Next slide, please. This I got it at Geneva. This is a beautiful saying, as you can see at the airport. There are around 20 hoardings, one after another of this same thing, which says, "Give me a kiss," and to that kiss a score. The score is 20. And then to those 20, add 100 more. This is what Robert Herring wrote, and it's put it on Geneva Airport. And I got it on 5th of August when I was coming back to India. I got this slide made. And I thought, okay, I'll use it to illustrate the point what I said so many years ago that you don't stop at one kiss. This poet has captured it so beautifully. Give me a kiss and to that add a score. And there goes to 20, 100 more. So when are you going to stop at kissing? There's going to be 100 few more things coming up. But this is put on airport in Geneva. They were talking about it. So that is the way we sometimes give messages, much better sexual health than what we have in India, because we are still shy. And there are very few people like you, ma'am, who can use the word seduce them, and I compliment you, and I'm very proud of you that you bring it up. That's what I want from other people. Next. Semen and its myths, and all related to masturbation. एक semen drop बनने में कितने blood drops लगते हैं? What is the myth now prevalent in Hyderabad? आजकल कितना drops का rate चल रहा है? 1 drop of semen is equal to how many drops of blood? Not bad. In my time it used to be 200 drops. Then it raised to 300 drops. So people say semen is very special. So I tell them, what about mother's milk? It's so special. It's also, what about sweat? What about urine? You can spit anywhere you want, but you don't know those areas coming up. So we have myths related to the formation of semen, the special quality of semen and coming up and the lip. And here it says, why people go. This is from Deepak Charitable Trust, Gujarat, a beautiful NGO. It's talking about why they don't want to masturbate, but they want to go to commercial sex work. men बहाने ढूंढते हैं to go to women. तो कुछ भी बना लेंगे. Even saying that masturbation is bad, so I have to go to a woman. So they are very ready to believe such things because it gives them an outlet where they will. Next one. The whole column is on masturbation. I would write one column and I will get 20 more questions. I write again on masturbation of 3 months later. By the way, this column went for 6 years every week, except maybe at Christmas or New Year. I wouldn't have the column because they would be running. So 6 years I had the column and I had so many letters from the area. That's why Patanjali has asked me to come because she knows my work has gone for the last 40 years in this area. You people, young boys and girls will not know. And I'd like to share with you. At the cost, I know the topic is so difficult and controversial, but our job is to make it scientific and reasonable for you, and so that you can help people. Believe me, from my column idea, millions of people are suffering just because of lack of knowledge. They suffer from myths and then they do wrong things, including teasing girls. If not you, it will be your daughter who will be troubled one day. I've got 2 daughters, I've got a lovely wife, I've got lovely sisters, and I have friends like you here, all women. I want you safe. I want you healthy. I want men to be in that way. So my target is both, men and women both. Women to understand and men to learn this and say what should be the right behavior we can teach people. That is only, society can only become safe, or I can, or my sister can become safe only when every girl is safe. I cannot create safety for my daughter and let you be unsafe. It's not possible. So we have to learn collectively and help people collectively on sexual thoughts. That is the point of the whole session. How to convey this to others so that they don't have to do the troublesome things which ultimately trouble us. Next, virginity. The big issue. All men want girlfriends to have easy sex with them, but they want a virgin wife. So now who will marry this girl? The one. So this came up as a question in one of these sessions. Again, I want to, and Patanjali had asked me that you must share stories rather than slides alone. In one of the sessions, ma'am, I was told earlier that there's a boy, a myth. In this school, he has 5 current girlfriends. He's sleeping with them. Believe he's class 10 student. A real story. So I was told, ये कह रहे हैं हमारा कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. This is what the thing is. देखो, उसके 5 girlfriend है, मेरा एक भी नहीं है. That's what he's talking about. So I was told to talk about it. And while doing the workshop, many of the boys spoke about him in very laudatory terms. You know, he is their idol. Unka hero hai. He can do so much. So we are having a discussion, and I was trying to tell them about what promiscuity is and how damaging it can be to everybody, to the boy also, to those girls also. But I was continuously he was getting support from 2 or 3 boys in the class. And that is what I will wait for. What you do is first you charge the atmosphere. If you do a session, you don't make them boring. You make them, you become the hit man. You take the hit first. Let people hit you. Because you're a doctor, you always come out the winner. So I let them hit me. Sir, what is wrong in this? How is it? I'm old fashioned. So I kept on listening. That's right. Then I said, okay. Which one of you is ready to marry your sister to commit? Same man who they are admiring, none of them is ready to marry their sister for him. Game over. Message gone home. And if you really respected him, you would have got up and said, I am ready to marry my sister to such a wonderful man. None of you are ready. So at times, you have to let them hit you first. Keep on hitting. And then come up with a punchline and say, okay, बहुत अच्छा है. He is such a good man. Which one was ready to marry your sister? God. Get finished. So as doctors, you do sometimes, that is not taught to us in the medical college. How do you send messages? How do you utilize the opportunity? How do you create opportunities for education, for discussion? How do you let other people know that you're open to discussion? Like I'm telling you, I'm open to discussion even after the session. You're welcome to talk to me anytime. I'm here the whole day. Next one. So that is about virginity. This is about bust size. We talked about men first, now about the women. Huge number of questions on bust size. You heard of Mary Stopes clinic? She was asked, what is the perfect breast size? And you know what she answered? Anybody remember that? Be very happy. I'll be thrilled if somebody can tell me what Mary Stopes' answer to this was. She said, enough to fill a gentleman's hand. gentlemen, and as a sexual term, not as a biological feeding breast, but as a sexual breast. Beautiful answer. So no breast is small. A gentleman is quite a small-handed person. You know, if he's a plucky man, if he's a dada, it is different. That is a beautiful answer given. You give every girl the message, you are perfect, you are good. There is nothing called a small bust or a big bust. And moreover, it's a mistake. The research points out a very wonderful fact. Indian men are not attracted to big busts. They are attracted to firmer and better shaped busts there. So the size is not the important one. Just let you crude sexual facts which come out from research. So there is no woman here or outside here who is not perfect. There is always somebody who likes you and loves you for the way you are. That is the right person for us to be looking for. Okay. And here talking about her own sister, so I counsel her in this level. This is for my column. I had to type it out because the column score was not very good at the moment. Next one. So all of the breast ones, discharge from the breast, nipple having hair around it. So as I said, all women have hair. All women have around 6 to 30 hairs in the areola. That is what. There is no woman who has no hair around the areola. But it troubles women and they write to me about these things. About the size, about some discharge, about nipple being misplaced, one being smaller, one being bigger, one areola being smaller, one areola being darker, color change and menstruation. They have no idea about their bodies. So they feel there's something wrong with them, and I have to tell them through the color on all these new, all of them. And the acne, the bigger one is the acne, the next slide. So these are the body image concerns of females. This is, by the way, I do a special session globally on body image separately. Someday maybe I'll do it here. So the image part of it, not the sexual part of it, how we look at our own bodies. I can share one thing with you, ma'am, very closely. When I was myself an adolescent, I would never wear half-sleeve shirts, thinking my arms are very thin. I myself had body image problems. That's why I developed the session. And when I wore a half-sleeve shirt, nobody actually looked at my arms. They said that the shirt is beautiful. Then I realized nobody's looking, nobody thinks my arms are thin. But I had myself body image problems. We all have, give them up. But this is the list of some of the things which the females have. Next. Okay. Madam, quick fire round question. Who do you think is the sexiest, I'm using the word deliberately, according to you, sexiest heroine and a sexy hero? You. Quickly. Loudly bol dijiye. Deepika Padukone. And man, Hrithik Roshan. Miss. Quickly, quickly. Your choice. I couldn't get it. Anushka. And boy, and don't worry, he is not going. Which one? What do you think? Faruk. Shahrukh. Sir, let's have a boy. Who is the sexiest actress according to you? Jaldi, quickly. And the man. Huh? Okay, Kajal. And hero? What did you say? My son, very good. Sir, you?
Allu Arjun.
What do you mean?
Allu Arjun.
Allu Arjun. And heroine?
Pooja Hegde.
The point I want to make is, did we have one heroine or hero name coming up? No. There's a variety. People have for various reasons. He feels he is the best, very good. So exactly there is no one answer for who is the best. The next question come up. Next slide. Is it proved here? Why don't all find men the same woman attractive is a question. So this is where I answer. People have different choices, either men or women. It's coming up. Next one. Particularly, how much time do I have? So another 5 minutes I wrap up? That's what I was thinking. Okay. So there is no standard beauty form. Next one. This is a perfect example of media. Every girl feels she is already overweight. All the time. And next one I want to show you. This is a girl takes breakfast and then goes and vomits. Another girl has started smoking. These are my own case studies. She's a minority, but she thinks smoking does not lead to weight gain, so she smokes. She has a reason for smoking. Now she's a critic. Even amenorrhea हो गया, इतना nicotine है body में, but she doesn't want to be. That's anorexia. Next. This is what is anorexia nervosa. This girl still feels she is fat. Yes. That's what I mean. She still tells me, sir, I am so fat. This is the girl. She's a judge's daughter there, and she feels, that she is fat. Next slide. I was talking to somebody, the lady Aishwarya. I met her student. Is she here? So I met a student named Aishwarya and told her I'm going to say, this is my syndrome given by me. This is in Dr. Vinod Paul's book of pediatrics. I have a chapter on adolescent sexuality. So both these terms are used there. I have coined them. Aishwarya syndrome, because she looks ethereal, see, no body. So this is Aishwarya syndrome and Hrithik Roshan syndrome for the men I'm giving that. So the two syndromes have been contributed by me to pediatrics. That is Aishwarya, it is in Vinod Paul's Piyush Jain's book, you can read that. It's coming up. This is what, and they give these reasons why they don't want to become. Next slide. Selling. There are a lot of companies selling you. If you lose your weight, you become more attractive, more sexy, your husband will love you more, your children will love you more, etc., etc. And what do? I want somebody to see the before and the after picture, and can you tell me the differences? Pardon me? Okay, what else? What are the differences? Anybody wants to say something? Or should I go because I have less time? In the before, she is wearing loose clothes, deliberately. So you show them bigger. She's standing like this, in a very guilty way. Broad legs, so she already becomes broader, bigger. Right? The neck is covered with chunni, so you don't see anything. You are deliberately given her dowdy clothes. See her hair. They are given a very dowdy kind of hair and changed hair. They got a different hair look here. The pose here is full frontal, so that I could all very puri chodai samne aa jaye. In the other one, it is this way, outlining my curves on the breast and the other area. So this is the pose given in the after one, and this is the one in the before one. Weight difference, not even 2 kgs or 1 kg. That they don't talk about. Secondly, the photograph is taken from nearer here, and the distance is larger here. So it makes you appear that the lady is thinner. No difference. So if you buy better clothes, go to the hairstylist, you have this look. Why should I go to this company to lose weight? Weight is no more the zero area. This is the tricks they do. And they come and ask you, say, kar lijiye, you do dieting, you go do this course, you spend 30,000, poor woman is back, the poor husband is lighter, the children didn't get education, because the doctors also said, kar lo, dieting is good, wo acha hai, time kam ho jayega. We become fools, let's not become that. Next one. Complexion. The north, it is Fair and Lovely is $3 billion industry. Now we are Fair and Handsome also doing that. We are doing that. Because complexion is an issue. I got letters, the next one, where the girls are suicidal, especially in North India, that I am dark. My mother says, "Mar kyun nahi jati, teri shaadi nahi hogi." Exact word written. It pains me when I read those things. Next one. This is the one letters, and the last line. I have also received letter expressing suicidal thoughts coming up. That is what we are doing to our own people, or something which we cannot control. We don't see the inner beauty, inner wisdom, talking about this area. Next. Acne, next. All are coming up. Next. And what all can we do? Quickly we go to the slide because I already got the indication. This is for us. We can do is understand sexuality, which we are trying to do in 1 hour, 1.5 hours, not complete. My idea is to stimulate your curiosity, not to complete it. You cannot do it in 1.5 lifetime, you can work 1.5 hours. Provide accurate information, attract a group of adolescents, you can do workshops. Needed some, you can do a radio program, you can do a TV program, you can do a group therapy, anything. Utilize the media, facilitate the provision of life skills, and help postpone early marriage and early conception and many others. Next. It is your role here. This is the role, the broad context, determinants, be a source of information and reassurance. At least खुद को ही पता नहीं होगा कि masturbation क्या है, how will we help others? So my one grouse with you all today is, don't be so closed. Don't do that. It doesn't reflect your, this is not a bad thought or a dirty thought talking about. We are doctors. there is nothing beyond us which you should not talk about or discuss, whether a woman doctor or a male doctor. We are doctors. No woman has ever refused me PV. I must have done 200 deliveries here. I did my first delivery when I was a second year medical student. Why, you may ask? Because I used to go to the village clinic, which was started by seniors, including case Srinath Reddy, whom you heard day before. I joined their village clinic. And I used to go there and the villagers, the children would call me Dr. Ranna, Dr. Ranna, as a second year medical student. And I saw so many women pregnant. And I was thinking, next week when I come, if somebody delivers, what will I do? So I went to my training obstetric professor and told her I want to conduct deliveries. And she asked me why? Because a second year student. So I said, ma'am, if a second year nursing student can deliver, why not a medical student? She got answered, okay, well, tell me why you want to do it. So I told her this, that I have joined the clinic. I told her, I am a volunteer there for that. We have adopted a village, my seniors, and I am doing here. Next week or 2 weeks later, someday I will be going alone, or only one person. मैं क्या करूँगा वहाँ if somebody is in labor? The I will help and the doctor will be sitting like this. Then what kind of reputation doctors will have in a building? There and then she passed the order that you will deliver, make 20 deliveries and write in the register by Patanjali Dev Nayar, medical student, second year. If you go to the hospital, if you take up the records of 75, you will still find my name there. This is what prompted me to take it up. That a woman will die in labor when I am present is a blot on me. It will not happen. So I tried to learn. I never had the chance to do it there, but I had the confidence that I can deliver, and I did it. What I want to tell you is, no woman ever refused me PV. No woman ever refused me delivery. Because the sound of her face is not a lecture who's wanting to look at a woman, but who's trying to help us. That's the difference, man. And we all can do it. Don't lose the opportunity to talk to the young boys and girls about this area. You can open up a topic quietly, with jokes, the way I'm trying to do with you. Try to make it easy. I know it's too little time, but we can do it. Next. Now this is the evidence from common rule. One, you had brought about smoking and substance abuse. Ma'am, you brought it up. Who answered substance abuse? Yes, you had done that. Here it is. Now this is, the green circle is the positive and the triangle is the negative. A positive relationship with parents is a protective factor for early sex, substance use and depression. First thing, तब बोलते हैं ना, अच्छे माँ बाप के अच्छे बच्चे होते हैं, relationship is important. Conflict in the family is a risk factor for substance use. Positive school environment is again positive for all three. Friends who are negative, that is why we said गलत दोस्त नहीं रखना. They are absolutely risk factors for early sex and substance use, not for depression. A positive relationship with adults in the community is a protective factor for depression. Having spiritual beliefs, I'm not saying religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. That means you respect everyone equally. You don't talk about their religion or their gender or their sex or their poverty or their rich or anything. Spirituality is a protective factor for all three. And engaging in other risky behaviors that comes up to substance use is a risk factor for early sex. One slide from WHO explains that this took $5 million to produce this one slide. All the evidence behind it is to produce this one single slide. A huge amount of evidence. So we have for everything, more than $5 to $7 million was spent by WHO to come to this conclusion, which I'm putting to you. This is how it is related to everything. Nothing is in isolation. Everything is related. Next slide. This is the book which I just showed you. I am one of the contributors from Asia. There is hardly anybody, so you'll find my name. I'll leave one copy to Dr.Patanjali. One for you can see and then give to the library. This is talking about sexually related communication. How do you do brief counseling in 2 to 3 minutes. Next. This is what we talk about information, motivation, behavioral change. Next. It will keep on going. Keep on going. This is the Adolescent job aid by WHO. We have another Patanjali's classmate, Dr. Chandramouli in WHO. Who's the adolescent health expert, and I would say Dada, if I have to say. He has helped produce. I have contributed to this. Many of the chapters are written by, researched by me in many countries of the world, including India. Next. This is Yuva, what you read about. I went into the education sector for 11 months at around 20% less pay to train teachers and principals to do that in schools. What we're doing to the medical student now here, I did with the teachers so they can do a generation of students. Next. This is how you teach about sex is by lovely term. Simple way, don't give any bhashan like I'm giving here. You divide the class into two. You ask one group to run on lagri time and one on both the legs and ask what happened. So lagri time वाले बच्चे गिर जाते हैं बच्चे, इसकी कच्ची दिखी, that's a stigma, इसकी चोट लग गई, kind of things. Then you say related to sex, that you have sexual right to do what you want, but you also have responsibility. These are the two legs. If you run on only one leg of sexual rights, you will fall, you will reach late, you will get injured, you will get stigmatized because your underwear will be seen. If you run on both the legs, that is sexual rights and sexual responsibility, you lead a better life. No bhashan, no lecture, children come up to their own. Next. This is what I did in Bhutan. I wrote all this book from Bhutan, and many other countries I've done. This is talking about remove sexual violence, which is very common in all societies, including in India. We know the number of rapes which take place and the things happening. Next. This is, I think I'll keep it here, the other slides are also there, but it will stop here. This is really coming up. Build up the critical thinking. But are other things not important if you just have acne on your face? You are the most brilliant girl or a boy in the class. You play music so well. Do you have to get your glasses, or your hair are not good, or you're fat, or you think your breasts are small or too big, your penis is small? But what other things? So you build up critical thinking in people. Look at the completeness rather than body parts. We're not body parts. We're a body with a mind and a spirit. So all the three have to look for. Enlist family and friend support, very important. And correct the myths, which is your job. There's much more to talk about, but as I said, I would like to stop here. I've already exceeded the time, we started late. But then this is a topic which goes on and on and on, and I can go on and on myself. But I'd like to stop here. And once again, thank my colleague, my friend, and my confidant, that is Pariplavi, and all of you, and the administration and the management of OSMECON, the team which has worked with this beautiful slide I like to end, showing you Aishwarya Rai, such a nice dancing pose. It's a flowing art by itself. That is why this lady and I named the syndrome after her. So thank you all for giving me your time. I hope and believe that it will be useful to stimulate you further. I am no guru, but yes, I have a little bit of experience. I consider myself still a student of sexuality, a beginner. I know so little, very, very little. But what little I know, I wanted to share with you in humility, with humbleness, with a desire to help my youngsters, to help the patients. It is not out of my desire to show how much I know. No ma'am, no my sirs, my friends here. I come to you in utmost humility and thank you. And once again to say, what a pride, what a humbling moment it is for me to stand in my own medical college on the same stage on which I received many prizes and did many dances and bhangadas and many other things on this stage, to talk to my younger students, share something which is not shared in the curriculum with them. Thank you very much once again. Thank you very much.
And provoking. You have thrown light on the topics which we don't know and we are yet to know, and those are the need of the hour. We are grateful to have you here, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.